If you know me, then you know when I get something in my head, it just stays there and it festers and it grows. And ever since I started this journey, I was like, I really want a pink office. Like, I wanted pink walls. But I made myself pause and I said, see if you're actually going to stick with it first before you make a whole bunch of changes. Well, now it's over a year later, and I think it might be time to actually turn the office pink. And I'm going to take you along with me if I actually do it. So who knows? You might not ever see this footage, but that's what I'm thinking. I just don't want to do it, is the problem. Like, thinking about, I gotta take my letters off the wall. Everything has to come off the walls. And that's the problem. So basically, I'm taking this footage in case I do it. And then if I don't, then you'll never see it. So it doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna lie to you, this has escalated quickly. I don't have a microphone on, so hopefully you can hear, but I went and got primer this morning and just 3 sample colors. These are ones that we paint chips we pulled the other day. I really like the coverage of this one. It's very dark. It's kind of dark. And I think I like the second one. That's a little peachy, but I'm gonna see what it looks like when it dries. So I'll check back in with you. But just letting you know that this has progressed. We've come a long way from me saying, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do this or not, to having paint on the wall.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of forgot that I was filming a video. Nothing has really been done, but I just forgot. So what has been accomplished, I did show you kind of a paint swatch of what I was thinking, and I went back and bought a gallon of two of the different paints, the darkest pink and the lightest pink that's more pinky than coral. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna paint these two walls the dark pink and these two walls of light pink. However, my husband did come home as I was in the middle of this process, and he's like, "What if we get my father-in-law to do the painting?" Um, so his dad's coming tomorrow to help me paint. Today, I'm gonna do some straightening up. My husband was like, he can help you. He can help us move the stuff out because my husband will be at work tomorrow. I think I would just rather go ahead and do it and kind of tidy up myself. Um, that way, when he comes in tomorrow, he can just get started. Those are my goals. There are some things that I really don't plan on. I don't know if I'm taking that shelf off the wall. He might just have to paint around that, and oh, there'll be a blue line. Okay, that's later's problem. But I am gonna straighten up and do some things, and then I'll try to do some clips tomorrow when he's here painting, and then show you what it looks like after we're finished.
All right, this is the update. We got all the furniture moved yesterday, everything off the walls. This room is quite small, so we're trying to still figure out the best way to, like, maybe do some different shelving, because I bought this one, like I said before. I just kind of got some things to get started while I, try to figure out if I was going to actually stick to having a small business or anything like that. So I am trying to figure out a way to expand. But I'm really bad. Like, I hate buying things and wasting. So now I'm like, what would I do with this? So I don't know. We're going to play it by ear. But my father-in-law should be here soon. And then there's another reminder of the paint swatches. Obviously the light's off, so it's going to play with the light. Like, it's going to look different. I'm just kind of playing around in different lights to see what I think. So. It's still drying, but I love it. It's loud, just like me. Okay, I don't know if you could tell earlier, but we didn't remove the things the pegboards are on. It's still the blue color. The problem is these are like stuck here, and they are also nailed in. So if I took the nails out and unstuck it, I don't know how easy it would be to put it back up. So instead, we just chose to leave it because these are going to remove the paint anyways. So even if we do just had to move them, we're going to have to and fix the paint. So I got those pegboards back up, and then I'm about to hang the ones right here that go over my desk. And yeah, just see where this day takes us. But it is drying. This is with the light on, which I don't usually do. This is in natural light, but I have like lamps and stuff. So it's time to start getting the room put back together.
Okay, I think my microphone died during this part because the audio wasn't great. So I'm just going to do a voiceover and tell you what's going on. So after the walls are dried the next day, I was just putting the covers back over the sockets. and also over the light switch. And I just went and bought some new ones just because a lot of mine were cracked and they were kind of like an off-white color, but I liked these. They were a little bit more fancier and they were more expensive than just the plain ones, but honestly, it wasn't that much more expensive where it, broke the bank or anything to get those. So we did get some nice ones and I'm just going around and putting those on. And then I was also kind of telling you the plan for the day, but as I'm doing this voiceover, I don't remember what I told you I was planning on doing. Basically, I was just trying to get the furniture back because I've been working out of the kitchen all week for my small business and I was tired of running back and forth to get things that I needed. So basically, just trying to get my space back workable again.
Okay, let me sincerely apologize because I got on a roll and then I realized I hadn't recorded anything since. So I started hanging some stuff back up here on the pegboard from memory. I don't really remember where everything was, but the big thing is this used to be on here. It was like a tall tower. I will include a picture or something if I can find one. And I just didn't love it. I never really loved it, but like I said, I wanted something cheap to just make sure I would stick with it. And now it just doesn't fit in the space anymore. However, I thought about it and I took it apart. So now this is shorter. It's going to work better. I think I'm going to try to use it as like maybe a shipping station because what I'm trying to do is add some shelves actually on the wall for my book stuff. So like my bond notes of the book, my annotated books, all of that, and make this more like shipping supplies. So like my bubble mailers can go over here and they'll be more hidden. And then like ink and stuff. This one, so like the tables are normally here and hidden. I think I'm gonna be able to organize stuff better like this. And now I'm not wasting because I just hated to just get rid of it just because it had outlived its purpose, how I had it. So I'm happy to be able to repurpose it. And that's like my favorite thing. So yeah, also I made a mess. I was moving my desk. This side is really heavy. And I didn't know, well, I knew that. I thought the whole thing was heavy. My husband moved this side. I moved this side. I didn't realize the whole thing isn't heavy. It's just this block. So anyway, I'm pushing it by myself. And all my bookmarks that were on the things just went flying. So that's great. But yeah, I'm going to keep just trying to figure out the layout before I start moving more furniture back in here.
Okay, update. We are in a much better place. I've got all the pegboards back up. I put that little shelf that I talked about under there. That other printer is on there. I don't really use that one a lot. So eventually I might get rid of it. But currently there's no reason to get rid of it. And sometimes I do print some things on there. It's just not often. So I am at a weird place. I did order some shelves that I'm envisioning putting up here and do 1, 2, 3, 4 because I measured it and I can do 2 and 2. But if they come in and I don't like it there, I do have another option, but I'm going to have to move some stuff around if that happens. So for now, I'm just going to kind of put things where I'm imagining and then we'll play it by ear. So things could change before the end. So I got these acrylic towers. I have them stacked too high. And I'm just going to put these back over here where they belong. So I know I have the tassels first. Magnetic bookmarks after that. And basically, I'm just trying to get my workspace back together so I can be productive here until the other stuff comes in. I think the shelves are supposed to be here Friday, but I'm going out of town. So we'll worry about like what that looks like when I get back. I've talked about this a little bit before. Remember that your space does not have to be perfect, especially starting out. Even now, like these are just foldable tables. I kind of want to get rid of these eventually, but I don't know what to put here for now. So for now, these are going back here. I used to have the white tablecloths on here, but I kind of like the pink with the pink walls, so I switched it. But I still have like storage solutions under here. This is extra shipping materials, and this is the candle stuff that my husband bought when he decided he was going to start a candle business. So just remember that it doesn't have to be perfect to get started. So my plan is to get this stuff set back up and then hopefully move my machines back in here. But like if I don't think I can move the printer myself, I'll just wait till my husband gets here because I'm not about to be the one that messes that up. You're not about to blame me. Under here, I already have boxes and things. I have some more boxes over here that I could probably store down there. Yep. This is my, I think, ribbon. So I don't use this very often. So we'll stick that here. Yeah. I'm really happy that I found a way to use that. Honestly, one day if I don't want that period, I could probably like disassemble each level and put them under the table for storage. That's awesome. That's honestly a really good idea. Okay, these towers never had a purpose because they come in sets of 4, and my cutting machine belongs in this corner, and I couldn't put it there because it's going to be too close. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, we're making good progress though. Okay, I do fear I'm obsessed. I love it. So I'm going to take you over here. I'm going to refill my pens and check my stickers and inventory, but this is where we are so far. There's a bunch of stuff on the floor. But, oh, and then if you haven't ever seen, I do have like a shoe organizer on the back of the door that houses like extra stuff. So I'm still trying to decide. I'm thinking maybe my name used to be like here. Thinking maybe moving it more to the top and have my calendar down here. Because I did get a big wall calendar. I also have the one I made. So we'll see what that looks like. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. So before I make my big decision of where my name is going to go, I think I'm going to hold off and wait until those shelves come in. And that'll give me a better idea of what it's going to look like and where I want those to go. And then that'll help dictate where my name goes. Because my other thought was the wall where my name was, put the shelves there. That would free up this wall. My name could go here. So it just depends. So I did buy some pens and some different colors. And the reason I use these for my annotation kits, I wanted some more of colors that I use kind of often. Like for instance, the red, yellow, orange color scheme sells often, but I don't have that many of the pens. So I knew I wanted to do a restock, and I liked how these looked. Like I like the color of these. Even though there wasn't that many red, yellow, oranges in there, I still need the other colors as well. So, and these came in the other day, but I was like, there's literally no reason to go and put these up when I knew I was going to be moving everything. One good thing though, I like these teal, like the different shades of green. Like these are kind of teal, like blue. So I might put these down here. But another popular color scheme is like my green and blue. So even that teal would be good for that. Another thing, I might make a video about this, but I'm currently in trouble on TikTok, specifically TikTok Live. So I haven't been going live this week, but I kind of made this section for the purpose of going live. And I used to have like the pins and stuff up here for like when I pack videos, but now I'm starting to think maybe I should switch that. So we shall see. So I was hoping this video would be able to be done, but since I don't have a resolution to the shelves, I think I'll hold off. One thing though, something definitely had to have shifted because these weren't blocking the machine, but the machine definitely was here. So maybe these were like further, like maybe this was like actually on the edge. I just know that they weren't blocking each other. I don't know because it's still kind of blocking it, but that is the update. I don't think I'll have anything else before the shelves come in, but if I do, I will let you know. Okay, never mind, I lied. So I forgot that I have these picture frames that go up here, and I'm pretty sure I want them back here. It doesn't really make sense for a shelf to be up here, because it's kind of hard for me to read. It's not that hard. I just don't want it up there, I don't think. So I think it's pretty safe to put these back here. Um, this photo, like the pictures inside of it, I bought like a bookish like pack of graphics. I don't even know. I kept seeing ads for it and it was cute and I bought it. And that's about it. But I got these gold frames from Amazon. Most of the things that can you even see me? Typically, the things that I post about though, business wise, my favorite things, they're usually listed in my Amazon storefront, which is in the link in my description. So make sure you check that out if you're ever curious. I say that I don't actually know these picture frames are in that, but like the materials and stuff that I use. Maybe I should link. I don't think my cardstock and stuff is either. I noticed when I first got started, a lot of people gatekeep like what they use, and I get it because you don't want the stuff that you need for your business always running out, but also I feel like that's not fair. Okay, here's the real question: how am I going to decide how to space these apart? Because I'm really like I usually like I already put a line up there because I've already used the balance thing to make sure it was even. And now I'm kind of just using the pegboard spaces because, yeah, those should be straight. So if I use the pegboard, so I put this one in the middle of the line on the pegboard. I can either go do the same thing here, but then they'll be kind of close. Or I can move a little bit further and go on the line and go in the middle of this pegboard. And I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'm kind of scared. Luckily, this time I'm using command hooks. Last time I did nails, I put a bunch of holes in the wall. And that's my toxic trait. My toxic traits are not asking for help and putting holes in the wall. Other toxic trait is asking for help, not getting help immediately after I ask, and then deciding to do it myself. That looks even. All right, now I'm gonna go to this side. So I feel if I like go back and forth, I'll be able to catch it if I mess up. But yeah, I'm also using the Velcro ones so I can kind of unstick the Velcro and shift them up or down a little bit because of that. That's been a little hack. I think if you were here for my video of when I showed my calendar that I hung on the wall, I use Velcro for that too. And one side is the calendar and the other side was my vision board. And I just kind of was flipping those back and forth. And I don't know what the life of that looks like now because I did buy this big wall calendar that I've been wanting. But I'm trying to decide if I want to save the wall calendar because it's like individual pieces. That's rude. It is individual pieces. And I could start in August, go through December, and then turn around and use the other part in January. But I don't know if I just want to wait till January and just keep using what I already made. I don't know. So again, going right on top of that pegboard and lining up with the line that I drew. Y'all, this pink room is so cute. It's giving me life. It's everything I needed. Okay, that looks pretty even. Let me back up. Maybe not, actually. I actually feel the distance between here and here and here and here is a little bit too great. But because the Velcro is on there, I can slightly shift it. That was dangerous. Okay, I think that helps some. And I just thought about it. I can also do that on this one too and bring this one a little bit closer. All right, I'll show you when it's finished. Okay. Cute. All right, we are back and the shelves are up. So I was thinking I might not even point this out, but I will just in case because I don't want anybody to mention it. These shelves are a tad bit higher than these shelves. It's really not that big of a deal to me, especially after I get stuff up there. We actually tried really hard. The problem is, I think we did all of these first and then did these, but the shelf was already on, and there's like a mounting thing at the back. And instead of going from the mount, we had to kind of like try to figure out where we thought the mount was. So like they're perfectly even proportioned. They're just all slightly off. Either way, I think it's fine, especially when we start getting stuff up there. I did order some lights to go under here because I think it would help to brighten it up. And the pack that I got actually has 6. So that's fun. But I think I can start putting some stuff up here and kind of figuring out how I want to do it. Even though the lights aren't here, they should be really easy because I think they're magnets. So my thought process is things I reach for often, stuff like that needs to go closer to the bottom. And then things that I don't need as much or they're just decor, they can kind of go at the top because I don't reach for them often. So for instance, I have this box over here that I love. I think she's so gorgeous. But the things in it are mostly like knickknack, random things. And I don't often get in here, I don't think. Let me check. I think it's like receipts. Yeah, receipts, some charging cables that I don't need often. Um, and I do have like a step stool. And it's honestly not that tall. Like I can reach. It's just you don't want to put something up there that you need often. It's going to be annoying to get. Um, I think, do I want to do annotated books on this shelf or the next shelf? I don't know. I'm honestly, okay, these books definitely need to be stuck together. I'm just going to play around with it for a bit. This is not supposed to be in here. That book is mine. Because I bet all of these can fit in here on this shelf. I think the shelves hold 30 pounds though. Like, I don't think all these books are 30 pounds, but I might. Also, the other shelf that I had up there, like, I put it up there. I think I only had 2 drywall screws in it. And you know what? It didn't fall. So I feel like whatever I do, it should be fine. So, anyways, first step is getting this over here. And I wanted to do that so I could free up over there. The books have just been like piled and okay, I might, do I want to go on the next shelf up or just over? Honestly, I might have to do more than one row of those two. The shelves, I guess I might have thought they were going to be like deeper than what they are. And like it's fine, but okay. These are fantasy dark romance, and then I have a couple of contemporary left. I still need to figure out what direction I want to take with the blind dates of the book, just because they have not been moving off the shelf fast. So I don't know if it makes sense to get more. Okay. Oh my god. That's actually what I was worried about. Okay. So, that was stressful. I don't know if they just don't need to stand up or if I should just move. Like, not have so many books on one
thing. Let's. So again, I'm gonna figure that out. I mean, I have plenty of space. I was just trying to capitalize on that. But yeah, I definitely, if it's gonna hit anything, I definitely don't want it to be my silhouette. So we'll check back in.
Okay, I'll show you what I did with the shelves later. I didn't even think to go back over there. So if you've been here before, you know that my name was on this wall really big. And the only thing I'm really trying to do is lift it up higher. Also, instead of just putting it on with regular Velcro this time, I put it on with Command Velcro. Because when we took it off to paint, it ripped the walls up so bad. Really bad. Okay, so I just put some, my painter's tape was gross. So that's just washi tape. And I found the center. So S and H are in the middle of my name. And I'm just going to my plan is to hang everything below my name. So let's see. H. I guess I could have mapped out how far apart these needed to be. I don't know, fam. I think we're just going to go for it. Luckily, since it's Command, I do have some wiggle room. So, oops. All right, that's the middle. So I'm going to go a little bit to the right, and then I'll do the same thing with the S. I really like Command, though. And then the other thing that was on this wall was my vision board / my calendar for the year. And I'm trying to make a decision. I did make a mini vision board too. So I'm trying to decide if I want to keep that, because I also bought a new calendar and I have two options. I can either wait to the new year to use it and hang all the months, or I can just hang August through December and then turn around and do January through July next year. But I kind of think I'm just going to stick it out and use the ones I have. Okay. I think that's going to be cute. I'm going to do both of my E's next, just to make sure that I'm spacing. Because if it doesn't go all the way down there, it's not the end of the world. I'd rather it be even than go all the way to the end. And I don't think it went all the way to the end before either. Anyways. And then I might go ahead and put the flowers up first. I don't know. We're just kind of bobbing. This is what happens when I do a project and my husband's not here. I feel I did the work to make sure it's even-ish, but I feel like he's definitely more of the trying to make things exact. He was very upset yesterday that those weren't completely even for me. And all I wanted to do was eat dinner and go to bed. I was so tired. Because in the middle of all of this, I guess I was about to say the side quest is me decorating my classroom. I guess actually the main quest is supposed to be me decorating my classroom. This is the side quest. The best use of my time? I don't know, but I'm happy. Okay. That's low key. Pretty straight, but the E over here is crooked. This E is crooked. Luckily, it's not bad and I'm not moving it. Yeah, I'm not moving it. If I do the flowers, though, I might make the flowers go more that way than this way. And that'd be my, compromise for it. Overall, this idea was not a bad one. I have to put the tape up there. So I just knew by myself I wasn't going to be able to balance it. Tell me that's not the cutest. The vibes. So let's see about the flowers. Especially with this one, the letter being off. I think I'm going to make it more to that side. Okay, I kind of like it because with the contrast of the wall. also think that E and that A are too close. Okay, I just can't look at it too long. I think this one was actually underneath. But of course, since I got too close to this side, it's not going to be the same. So let's just see. Or should I just go at the top of this one too? I think I have more of both of these colors though. I just got to find the file. Maybe the problem that I used to cut it. Yeah, I definitely like that pink better than this pink. Yeah, I don't like this pink anymore with this wall. It might look better on the other wall though. Well, stay tuned. It probably won't happen in this video, but I might add some more flowers. I wonder what this looks like over here. So this is kind of what the shelf ended up looking like. So I ended up moving the annotated books here. I ended up moving the blind dates with a book up there anyways, because I don't use them as, like, I don't need them as much as I need this stuff, which is like my scrapbooking materials. I was kind of thinking about doing some flowers between, like here. I don't know. This Flowers Day might be done. Let me stick it and just see what it looks like. Luckily, they're so easy to move. You know what? From back here, it's kind of cute. I might take it down for now and see about cutting some more, and then we'll go from there. But I don't hate that. I'll just have to keep that in mind about which colors I like on which wall. But yeah, and I just put some baskets up there, and then my little, looks like a little treasure box. It's actually for my wedding. So put that up there too. Actually, I was about to say this. I guess that's the end of the video. I guess it's not. I will update you when those lights come in and anything I do between then and then that'll be it. Okay, let's try this again. So this morning, I actually already filmed this clip, but I'm just going to replace it. I opened the box, got everything out, and then it was like, you need to charge them first. So we did that. They've been on the charger and I had to run out, but now I'm back. So here's the light, and it has like a little switch. And it has like different settings. Came with a remote. So making it brighter. Cool tone, neutral, warm, different colors. Super fun. I'll play around with what I like later. Let's just turn it off. So it has these little magnets. So I'm guessing one side sticks and then one side is magnet. So let's put these up here, and I'm super excited. I was very excited. I actually wanted them to be done earlier because I was so excited. But I decided I had to let them charge. So hopefully they last a while. That's one thing I'm kind of worried about. Just like how often they have to be charged. So put the magnet on there, peeling off the back, and then we'll just stick it and try to get it as close to being in the middle as possible. So, oh, I also said I was going to make sure the on-off side was up front. And maybe just try to go in the middle of said shelf. Okay. Let's see what that looks like when you turn it on first to make sure we like the placement. What we think. Okay. I think I like it. I think I like the cool tone probably. Or neutral. Cool or neutral. I'm not a warm tone girly when it comes to lights. Alright, I'm going to keep going, and I will show you the end result and take you a little tour of the room. I guess I should like straighten it up some for you. We'll see. Okay,
I think that is the finishing touch that like kind of brightens it up over here. But I don't know, it was just a little dark. It does have different things on here, so let's just see what it looks like. What's this? Oh, so like flash different colors. Definitely looks fun. Not really my style. It does have where the colors can be like slowed down, so that's fun. Let's see, what's this one? Ooh, pink. This one's Universe. And then you can also just make it the color and make it stay. So the pink with the theme, kind of purpley, orange, those are red. Cool. And they also have a timer. So for now, we'll stick with the cool tones. So let's do a little tour before I end this video. We'll start by coming out and just a little overview. So where I spend most of my time over at the desk, my drawers, like shipping label printer. These are actually paintings that my husband and I did during like peak shutdown time in 2020. We just had a little date night and did a painting. My pegboards that I also have over here. My desk with my iPad, computer, and everything. I made this into like a little shipping station, so it has all my packing stuff. Printer, laminator, inventories up here, my bookmarks and things that I'm still in the middle of cutting. Tabs, lamination, hot lamination and cold lamination, and one of those drawers actually has like bedazzling stuff. The new shelves that we put in, and I feel like after having stuff on here in the lights, it's a little bit harder to tell that it's off. Like you can still tell, but I told my husband the idea I had about putting the flowers up there, and I think it would like help offset it some more. Just some storage stuff. Also, this isn't like the most aesthetic thing, but I don't know if I showed you guys. So that other part of the shelf that I took apart, I put it under here with the other printer, and then my leftover ink, and then some boxes and things like that, just so it's out of the way under this like tablecloth over here. My to-do list, which I still want to paint that chalkboard, like the frame. I'll probably end up painting it in pink. And then my name with my vision board. I decided to go ahead and keep it since I made it. But like I did mention, I have a little one over here that I made with friends. So, but since I already have this one and it has the calendar on the back, I'll keep it for now. So that is an overview of the room. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I know this was kind of like a scattered and long one since it took a while. But I hope you enjoyed, and I will try to make sure I link all of the things that I got and all of my favorites in the description. Let me know anything you want to see next time. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.